Alex had waited all day for an opportunity to speak to Anna alone, but now he was at a loss as to where to begin. He'd missed his chance with her once before, and if he didn't do something tonight, who knew when he would see her again? "Would you like a cup of coffee?"
Yes, I could use one. Thank you. It's a bit of a ride back to Oyster Bay.
Alex replied, although what he was thinking was that he needed a double shot of metaxa to steady his nerves. He followed her into the kitchen and sat at a table as she took out the percolator to brew the coffee.
Anna, thank you again for including me in your daughter's birthday party.
He started. "It was nice of you to come."
I've really enjoyed your company. I had such a good time with you and Sophia in Greenport, and I think, or at least, I hope, you liked spending time with me too,"
Alex said. Anna looked away, too nervous to make eye contact with him. She busied herself, scooping the coffee into the pot. "Yes, Greenport was fun. For all of us. We all had a really good time."
Yes, all of us.
He got up and paced, feeling a bit deflated, but determined to muster the courage to continue.
But, specifically, you and me. I would like to see you again, to spend time with you. And Sophia too. Maybe take her to the zoo, or whatever you think she would like.
He tried to read her face and waited for a reaction. His heart was thumping, and his mouth went dry. She stared at him and exhaled. "I'm sorry. I can't." Her pained voice came out in a low whisper. Thousands of thoughts and questions went through his head in a matter of seconds. Had he heard her correctly? He could leave now and leave it alone, not forcing the matter. But he knew if he did, he would not be able to get her out of his mind. He knew there was something there, an unexplainable connection between them. There were a couple of moments in Greenport when he was playing with her daughter that she smiled at him in a way that gave him hope. At the risk of making a complete fool of himself and getting totally rejected, he decided to lay his heart out once and for all. He raked his hand through his hair and twice made an attempt to speak before he asked her.
Can't? Or not interested? There's a difference. I know I should say goodnight, be a gentleman and leave, but you'll need to hear me out first.
He walked over to the counter where Anna was standing, leaving a respectable distance between them.
I know it may be hard for you to trust men, and under the circumstances, I can't say I blame you. I don't know what happened in your marriage, but I do know that he didn't deserve you. All men are not like him. I am not like him.
Anna said nothing. He could see her tense at the mention of her marriage and at the mention of him. He wasn't sure that she was ready to hear the words he wanted to say, but he needed to say them.
I adore you. I always have, from the first time I laid eyes on you at NYU. But now that I have gotten to know you, those feelings are greater. I wouldn't be able to say these things if I didn't think that you had some feelings for me too. I felt the beginning of something in Greenport.
Anna slowly stepped away from the counter to take a seat at the table to steady her weak knees. She said nothing, but looked up into Alex's pleading eyes.
Anastasia Fotopoulos, you take my breath away. I want nothing more than the chance for you and Sophia to get to know me. Please, let me prove I am worthy of your trust.
Anna sat frozen in her seat. Alex could see she was struggling with what to say. He never wanted anything or anyone more, and a sudden feeling of defeat washed over him as he tried to read the eyes that could either steal his heart or crush his soul. "Alex, I had no idea." "No, that's not true. I did. I knew you liked me, and I like you too, but we were just getting to know each other. It's a lot. I don't know what to say." She got up from the table and turned to put her cup in the sink. She turned around to face him, leaning back on the edge of the counter. "I don't date. It has nothing to do with you. Please, believe me. I just need to take care of Sophia right now." She began to ramble, trying to explain herself in order to spare his feelings and assure him she valued their growing friendship. He got up and stood to face her. He put his hands on her shoulders and then lifted one hand, touching her lips to quiet her.
Stop, Anna. It's fine. We can start as friends. Platonic for now.
Platonic? She looked at him quizzically and then smiled. Oh, platonicos. Malista. So that means we go out Dutch like my friend Judy says.
No. Platonic, I will deal with. Dutch is out of the question.
They laughed and felt more relaxed than they had just minutes before. Alex left that evening feeling optimistic, as though he was a victor in a battle. It would be a fight to break through her shield and win her trust, but he would be patient and take it one baby step at a time. She had accepted his invitation to dinner for the following Saturday. Alex smiled the whole way home. Saturday evening, they went to Little Italy, ate pasta al fresco, and later strolled down Mulberry Street. It was a beautiful evening, and people filled the streets. They walked to Ferrara's bakery, where they chatted over a cappuccino and a variety of pastries. I love it here. The outdoor cafes remind me of Athens.
Yes, it does. There's that same joy for life here,
Alex observed. But if Stavros was here, he would be bragging at how much better the Greek pastries are. Anna laughed, thinking of her friend.
He is partial to all things Greek and doesn't mind telling everyone.
He's not completely wrong about the pastries, though. I'll take a galactoborico over a cannoli any day, Anna said as she munched on a pignoli cookie. The filling is so much lighter and tastier than the cannoli.
How about biscotti, rainbow cookies, and Napoleons? Tell me they aren't delicious.
Alex asked her. Yes, I love a good Napoleon, but Napoleons are French.
They have them right there,
he said, pointing to the glass case. So they do. Stavros would argue that Napoleons are Greek because they're made with phyllo dough. They both shook their heads and laughed, enjoying the light atmosphere of the evening. There was no heavy talk of wars and death. They shared memories from happier times in their childhoods and their plans for their futures. Alex had found his purpose inspiring young students with fresh ideas and was most comfortable in a life of academia. For Anna, her aspirations had changed over the last year. No longer looking for or needing the glamorous life she dreamed of as a young girl, she wanted nothing more than to raise a happy and healthy child. Sophia was her priority. Later, at Anna's doorstep, Alex was reluctant to say goodnight, knowing he would not see her for a whole week.
Would you and Sophia be free to go to the zoo tomorrow?
He asked.
It's going to be another beautiful day.
But you would have to take the trip out again. That's too much.
It would be my pleasure.
Well, if you really don't mind, that would be nice. Could we ask Sula and Stavros to join us? Their children would love to go, I'm sure.
I think that is a great idea.
Alex took her hand and lifted it to his lips, giving it a gentlemanly kiss.
Good night, Anastasia.